From Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
Good evening, I'm Mark Lowe.
And I'm Emma Birch. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News.
The end of the semester marks the end of the first full semester for UCO's 22nd president, Todd Lamb. Myself and UCentral reporter Lauren Jackson sat down with the president to get his thoughts on the first semester at the helm.
Former Lieutenant Governor Todd Lamb became the 22nd president of the University of Central Oklahoma in July of this year, and since then he has kept one priority in mind: the students.
Yeah, this first semester has just been so exciting for me and getting to meet students where they are, hear their background, hear what they're studying, what they want to do in the future. So I've really enjoyed that.
President Lamb has spoken to students any chance he gets, evident through his social media posts, which show him speaking to students in the classroom, during move-in, even at the gym, or in line for coffee at the Nye. Lamb says that keeping the students the priority is important, but there are other issues that arise that require his attention.
I was charged with getting meaning UCO's financial house in order. We're dealing with a significant, multi-million-dollar budget hole, about $9 million, give or take, sliding rule a little bit. Morale's been an issue in the past at UCO. Anecdotally, morale seems to have improved significantly over the last several months, is what I've been told. And enrollment has been down at UCO.
Enrollment may be down, but the future is looking bright. This year's freshman class is the largest in recent history for UCO, and President Lamb plans to keep that number on the rise and also retain those students who are already enrolled. President Lamb also says that he is excited for the spring semester and is ready to keep making UCO the best university in the state of Oklahoma.
If you are a person who doesn't put their Christmas tree up till after Thanksgiving and you prefer a real one, you might have a difficult time getting one this year. CNN's Alex Love has more.
For the 2023 Christmas season.
In just 8 days, Mike Hafner and his team sold more than 2,100 Christmas trees, which was all he had available, ready to be chopped down. All over the nation, he says farmers are experiencing similar shortages.
A lot of the growers did not get a whole lot of growth, especially in those crucial months of May and June when those trees need to be growing and weren't receiving enough moisture. And I also do some business with a grower up in Michigan. He experienced the same thing.
This year, Hafner is downsizing his Christmas tree business to pursue a new career, which is another trend he sees creating a shortage as more growers leave the industry.
What happened in 2008, a lot of folks got out and they have not gotten back in. I can tell you it's extremely difficult in order to get a contract right now to have Fraser firs shipped.
This year it only grew about that much.
In Lenexa, George Hess estimates he has about 50 trees left on his farm that are in the proper stage to be sold off.
This year I lost somewhere in the 20 to 30 seedlings, didn't make it through the summer.
Because Christmas trees take several years to grow to the ideal height for customers, Hess believes this shortage could drag on for years.
When you compound the fact that it takes 8-10 years to grow a tree, that means, 8-10 years ago there'll be, that many less trees that'll be ready for harvest.
Well, we're kind of in that same spot as them. The drought is still really impacting Oklahoma.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of rain in the last couple months, but I hear there might be a little bit in the forecast. We're going to go now to Jules Black to look at weather. Jules?
Thank you, Mark and Emma, and happy Wednesday, UCO family. Right now, we're sitting at about 62 degrees, mostly sunny. Throughout the day, we did see some clouds in the sky. Our winds running south 13 miles per hour. Our humidity is about 48%. So it's making it, and the wind is making it feel a lot cooler than it is. 61 degrees, making it a little bit chillier. Later tonight, though, our 49 is our low. Clouds are coming in. We'll see a lot of clouds. Those winds 16 miles per hour running south, with those gusts reaching up to 24 miles per hour. So we will see a lot of those winds come in and those clouds, so you won't see a lot. But we have no chances of rain tonight, but tomorrow and tomorrow night, you'll definitely see those chances of showers and thunderstorms going into that evening after 3 p.m. And that is all I have for you right now. Later in the show, I'll give you your full forecast and your 7-day forecast. That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you for that, Jules. Law enforcement agencies are warning about the potential safety concerns with the new iPhone feature. The latest update includes an easy way to transfer contact information by just holding two phones together right on top of each other. Madison McNamee explains why parents may want to pay attention.
Apple rolling out its latest operating system update, iOS 17, with a new feature, Name Drop.
Bringing devices together.
At face value, it seems like an easy way to share a phone number or address. Just hold the top ends of phones together.
Without their permission, so to speak, the update was made and the name drop is toggled on for all iPhone users, and maybe that was a mistake.
But Lentz, a safety expert and former police officer, says the risk does not keep him up at night. The feature does ask for consent before receiving and sharing a contact card, though canceling a request is not as simple as it may seem.
It can be confusing, and as a parent, I would go into my settings. It's very easy to do on any iPhone device or Apple device. You go to Settings, you go to General, you go to AirDrop, and then you toggle off Name Drop or data sharing for that device.
The safety issue here is really around kids. Prince George Police putting out this message. We are mainly concerned for the safety of your children who may not exercise the degree of care and caution that an adult would. It's a new push to bring awareness for parents whose children have iPhones.
Whether it's Facebook or Instagram or any other of these social media apps, and they're constantly changing your permissions. And if you don't read them carefully, and very few people do, it opens up other gateways that are of true concern.
Phones have to be pretty close to each other for the feature to actually work. They also both have to be running iOS 17. An Apple spokesperson tells USA Today sharing of information only happens if the user takes specific action.
It's time to ring in the high-tech holidays. This season, AI is set to help shoppers search for the perfect present. Gloria Pazimo has more on how and where AI is being used.
Buying real gifts with the help of artificial intelligence.
We have this new Google AI-powered gifting tool.
As Lillian Rincon with Google Shopping explains, when buyers engage with Google's generative AI, they can discover items with just a few words.
I'm shopping for my 7-year-old daughter who's very picky, and she wants to be a scientist and inventor. And so I can actually query for exactly that.
Thomas Germain from Gizmodo says the more these AI tools learn, the better it is for the shopper's experience.
Right now, you kind of have to know what you're looking for. You need to know the name of the product or have a really accurate description. With these AI tools, the better that they get, the idea is ultimately they'll be able to help do the thinking for you.
But shoppers, beware. Experts say if you opt in,
it gives powerful corporations a lot more power. The power to make a prediction, the power to understand what is going to be the most effective bid in a transaction, what price you're willing to pay.
As for how some of those gifts get to you, AI is helping with that too.
In this holiday season, some customers will receive their packages that are picked, packed, or sorted by robots.
Peter Chen from Covariant explains that AI-powered robots can pump out around 3,000 packages an hour. Human hands, about 300 to 400.
Well, it's nice outside, but that wind is a little chilly.
For sure. And coming up this tomorrow, like throughout this weekend, we're having state football here at UCO.
Yes.
So definitely want to be sure to bundle up. But coming up after the break, we'll get a better look at that forecast with Jules Black.
Happy birthday! Make a wish.
Miss you guys.
Blue skies smiling at me, talking about blue skies. Do I see bluebirds singing a song, talking about blue skies from now on?
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Are you really sure this is all going to fit?
Oh, it'll fit. I got that.
All right.
When hauling anything, ensure it's secure. Losing your load is dangerous for all drivers. We want everyone to make it home safe. Help make Oklahoma safe by securing your load.
Welcome back, Broncos. I'm here to give you your 7-day forecast and your full forecast. But first, let's take a look at our highs for tomorrow across the state. Up in the Panhandle in Guymon, you are sitting at a 43 for your high. And actually, you're going to see a lot of chances of snow and rain up in there, so watch out when you're going up north. Across the board, though, across the state, you're seeing a lot of 50s, 55, 56, and it's going to get warmer down in the south with 58 Altus, 58 Lawton, and 60 in Ardmore. But across the state, you're sitting at those 50s for the high tomorrow. Moving on to your 7-day forecast here. Tomorrow, 80% chances of rain and those thunderstorms after 3 p.m. 56 for your high tomorrow, 38 for your low that night. Moving on to Friday, going into our weekend, 48 degrees is your high, 35 is your low, but you are going to see some clouds in the sky, so you won't see a lot of sun. Moving on later into the weekend, Saturday, 57 for your high, 35 for your low that night, and going into the next week, Tuesday, you're going to see a lot of sun. That sun's going to stay with us. Sunday, your high is 58. 34 for your low for Sunday. Monday, 55 for your high, 37 that low. And Tuesday, you're going to see a 57 degrees for your high. That is all for our 7-day forecast and your full forecast. Later in the show, I'll give you your last look at weather, but that's all I have for you right now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jules. And man, Emma, did you see that 60 degrees tomorrow?
It looks so nice.
It's almost December. What is it almost 60 degrees for?
And we're going to have some rain, which I'm really looking forward to. We need it bad. But the 50s coming up, this is what it's supposed to be like.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Jules.
Thank you. Spotify's annual Wrapped was released today. Who was the most streamed artist?
And Beyonce's Renaissance movie hits theaters this week. What can fans expect? Destiny Pittman will tell you in her social media rundown coming up.
Never forget where I came from, to value hard work, ingenuity, and hospitality. On one hand, my people are rough and rugged. On the other, refined and elegant. They taught me how to love beautiful things and cherish my past, to seek out adventure, eat well, and to have a good time. So I keep their traditions alive every place I go. They call me Oklahoma City, but you can call me the modern frontier.
UCentral News as a whole, you got to be in those different areas, like being on camera, being off camera, being in the control room. And so I feel like that is what prepared me most about being in the workplace.
UCentral and the mass comm department has provided me all the tools and the fundamentals that are needed in order to thrive well and thrive fast at my job.
Maybe it's time to hit the road and visit a place where stories unfold. This is the land of the ultimate road trip, with sights old and new on Route 66. There's fun to be had, so much to do, and a few new surprises before you get through. Oklahoma has the most miles to share of Route 66. It's really quite rare. TravelOK.com will show you the way. Come see for yourself this iconic highway.
Welcome back. My name is Destiny Pittman, and I am here to give you your social media rundown. Today is a big day for Spotify users. The platform released its annual Spotify Wrapped. Wrapped allows users to see their music listening stats for the year. You can see your top musical artist, genre, and top songs. This year, the platform allowed artists to send personalized messages to their top fans.
Hey, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to me all year long. Thank you for contributing to my Spotify year-end wrap. Whether you streamed me all day or once, this year changed my life. The streams on this app on Spotify changed my life. Whether it's SOS or Control or it's anything, thank you. I love you. I'm excited to give you more music and more surprises. Stay tuned.
To see your Spotify Wrapped, open the app and it will be on the app's home page. Along with Spotify Wrapped, Spotify announced its most listened to artists globally. Taylor Swift dethroned Bad Bunny for most listened to artists this year on the platform. Since January 1st, Taylor Swift has gained more than 26.1 billion streams. Following Swift and most listened to artist is Bad Bunny, The Weeknd, Drake, and Peso Pluma. And Beyonce fans who missed her Renaissance tour this summer, don't worry. Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, will hit theaters starting as early as tomorrow. This film will recap her summer tour. Let's take a look at the trailer. Next.
They are the new beginning.
I wanna house you and make it take my name. I'm gonna spouse you and make it touch a ring.
I have nothing to prove to anyone at this point.
Baby, can I take you?
We are creating our own world. This is my reward. Nobody can take that away from me.
Thank God you recorded. We're not doing this.
We're gonna leave it like
what I just did.
And tickets for that are now on sale. And newly unsealed court documents claim Meta collected data from children's Instagram accounts. Attorneys from 33 states accuse the tech giant of receiving more than 1 million reports of under 13 users on Instagram from 2019 to 2023. They say Meta knowingly refused to shut down a majority of these accounts. The lawsuit claims Meta collected the children's personal information without their parents' consent. According to the complaint, the company violated several state-based consumer protection statutes. The states are calling for the court to prohibit Meta from these practices and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in civil penalties. And Mark and Emma, I don't know if you guys are Spotify users, but I am, and I was excited to see my Wrap this morning. Did you guys look at your Spotify Wrap today?
I don't have Spotify, I have Apple Music, but I could take a guess if I did have Spotify, the Jonas Brothers would probably be my #1. Just a little guess.
I do have Spotify, and to no one's surprise, my top artist was the Beatles, my favorite band of all time. Great bands. Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I enjoy it every year. It gives me a good little thing to listen to instead of Christmas music around this time of year. So
it's a good little thing to see what you got going on throughout the year, you know?
Absolutely, it's good. Thank you for that, Destiny. Coming up in sports, the men's basketball team is off to a great start and are looking to keep the momentum rolling headed into conference play.
And the Thunder have been on a struggle as of late. Ray Robertson has standing by with sports.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome to UCentral Sports. I'm Ray Robinson, and here's your Wednesday Sports Update. The preseason is over now for UCO women's basketball. The real competition begins tomorrow for the Broncos as they begin conference play in the MIAA. The action will be at Hamilton Fieldhouse as they take on number 3 ranked Central Missouri tomorrow at 5:30. A big task at hand for the Broncos, but a big opportunity to potentially rank high. Their following game will be on Friday. Although this team isn't ranked, it's most certainly to know that they are no pushovers. This home stretch continues as they take on Lincoln, who is currently 3-2. You can expect this action at 1:30 on Friday. The men's basketball team, on the other hand, continues to be one of the preseason favorites in all of Division II basketball. Currently undefeated, UCentral's own Ethan Sunken was able to catch up with some of the members from the basketball team to discuss the on-court magic. Check this out.
Keeping it straight. Keep the ball straight. Shot, Connor. Shot is. Ball. Here we go. Let's get it loose.
UCO is ranked number 3 in the country and has goals of winning a national championship this year. But it's the players that make the program what it is.
I think we are fortunate we get young men from really good families that are about the right things, and we have guys that want to be really good players and they spend time at it. And our assistant coaches do a fantastic job working every day individually with them to grow their game. And we don't stay where we are while they've been here. We continue to grow and get better every day out.
As the team grows closer together and relationships become stronger, Luke Hossel talks about what UCO basketball has meant to him.
A lot of great relationships for me, not only the coaching staff, but players from last year and from this year are relationships that I'll have for the rest of my life.
Good. Way to shoot, guys. Way to go hard.
Building character and constant encouragement remain at the top of the list when it comes to Coach Hoffman's priorities.
Well, most important thing is trying to make them understand that it's all about relationships. I mean, playing's important and execution's good, but if you don't find ways to really embrace who each other are and where they're coming from and all who they've been for all their lives, you're not ever going to be the best you can be as a person or a teammate or a team.
From Hamilton Fieldhouse, I'm Ethan Sunken.
Excellent work on that, Ethan. Thank you. The dominance looks to begin in the MIAA as they take on the unranked Central Missouri men's team on the home court at 7:30 p.m. But the action doesn't stop right there, as the following day they take on Lincoln once again at 3:30 p.m. The Oklahoma City Thunder is continuing to shock the NBA world, starting off the season hot with their play. Currently tied for the number 3 spot in the Western Conference, but take that with a big grain of salt, because after all, it's the Western Conference that we're talking about here. But last night, we saw them take on the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that has also the NBA by surprise, sitting at number 1 in the Western Conference. A rising star in Anthony Edwards alongside a great supporting cast. It's also important to note that this was an in-season tournament game, and as this was a Group C game, so the stakes were pretty high. The Timberwolves edge out the Thunder in this game, ending at 103-106. And you can expect to see them in action this Thursday as they host LeBron James and the Lakers at Paycom. LeBron and Anthony Davis will be game time decisions, so be cautious if you're expecting them to play. Speaking of the NBA, the first ever in-season tournament is heating up as we approach the quarterfinals. And although it's new and we're still figuring out some details here, here's where they are now. We are in the quarterfinals, and here's the teams that are qualified for the Western Conference. The Phoenix Suns and the Los Angeles Lakers go head-to-head, and the New Orleans Pelicans take on the Sacramento Kings. On the Eastern Conference, we see the Boston Celtics go against the Pacers. The New York Knicks takes on the Milwaukee Bucks. These are all win-or-go-home scenarios, meaning that those games really do matter. We're going to toss it to you guys on break. At the desk. Apologies. Don't you love life?
Thank you for that, Ray. And coming up after the break, Jules Black's going to get one last look at weather, so stick around.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back, but before we sign off, we just want to do one more last look at weather with Jules Black. Jules, what's it going to be looking like?
So we are going to wrap up with our weather headlines. Chance of thunderstorms tomorrow after 3 p.m. and before 9 p.m. You're going to see those thunderstorms come in and those showers. We have a mostly sunny weekend. You're not going to see a lot of clouds in the sky, so that sun is going to stay with us. And our fun fact, our last fun fact of the semester, there are about 2,000 thunderstorms happening right now, and tomorrow will be one of those 2,000. That's all I have for your weather look. That's your last one for the semester.
Thank you for that, Jules. It's kind of astonishing to think about that, really. Just 2,000 thunderstorms going on all at once. It's crazy. And one of those
Maybe
could be
the
right
thunder
here in Oklahoma.
will win.
Maybe the thunder. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's even crazier. This is our last one of the semester already. It's gone by so fast.
It's been a blur, but it's been a fun semester. Wouldn't want to do it with anyone else, guys. It's been fun.
Awesome.
It has been great. That is unfortunately all the time we have for this semester and this show. Signing off for now.
I'm Destiny Pittman.
I'm Ray Robinson.
I'm Jules Black.
I'm Emma Birch.
And I'm Mark Lowe. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of UCentral News this semester. And happy holidays from all of us. Have a good night.